Origin story time! Yeah, this is a new series. I told you I was going to do it in the channel trailer. Origin stories. And the series called Origin Story Time. It's Origin Story Time. The water just dropped out my pants. I'm gonna hold this guy during the origin, because this guy has to do with the origin. And you're probably like, what is this? If you didn't read the title, you're probably like, this is the Riddler origin? New 52 or pre-52? No, it's the Batman New 52 origin. This guy, before he becomes a Riddler, is gonna do something with Bruce Wayne. So yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So, I wrote a paper saying everything I was saying. New 52 Batman. It all started when Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne were walking home after watching the movie Zorro with their son Bruce. Thomas Wayne was a doctor, and Martha was a spokeswoman for countless charities. They spent their short time with their son, teaching him integrity and comparison and compassion. And it was the man in the shadows at night. He taught Bruce the darkness. Thomas and Martha went to a dark alley as a shortcut to get home, but Martha and Thomas were mugged that night. The mystery man shot both of Bruce's parents. And as Bruce prepared to die also, the man ran as he couldn't kill a child. The young Bruce Wayne tried to explain what happened, but everyone saw his face, that blank stare he had. But he wasn't just cold and heartless. I put heatless instead of heartless. Cold and heartless. He was upset that he lost his parents. And this gave him drive and purpose. He wanted to make a world where no one will ever die again. And no one will ever feel how he felt right now. And had to stand up to fear. As much as Alfred tried to be what Bruce wanted, Bruce vanished because he needed to find it himself. Now with the death of the Waynes, it sparked a dark tone to Gotham. The Waynes were the elite, the richest of the rich, and the ones who were trying to save Gotham. But with their death, Gotham only saw more crime rise, and everyone realized if the Waynes could be gunned down in some random alley, then anybody could. While Gotham was at the spiral downward, Bruce Wayne was trying to achieve his goal. He set out for himself as a child to never let anyone die again. He learned every form of martial arts. He studied with the greatest inventors and thinkers in the world. He learned how to drive planes, cars, choppers, boats, and more. And returned to Gotham with a new purpose. But he learned he wasn't ready. Everything he learned wasn't enough. And this was proven by the Red Hood gang. You see, Bruce had traveled to the world to be able to fight criminals. But the criminals of Gotham, they'd become monsters. Bruce had donned a disguise to fight against the Red Hood gang members. But he was defeated, forcing him to rethink his plans. How can he fight? How can he fight against monsters? How can he fight against costumed criminals? Well, while he was figuring this out, Edward Nygma, yes, the Edward Nygma Yes, the Edward Nygma that would eventually become the Riddler was working for Bruce's uncle. As a man who led all the business strategies to Wayne Enterprises, while Bruce's uncle didn't intend to fight against Bruce, he wanted to return and run his family's company. Edward realizes that this could become a disaster for him. So he hires a Red Hood gang to kill Bruce Wayne. The gang eventually corners Bruce, and they beat him to a pulp, declaring that his parents' death changed more than the young boy. It created the Red Hood gang. So Bruce manages to retreat to Wayne Manor, where Alfred patches him up. A normal man would have left town or gotten the police involved, but Bruce, he was above that. And he realized that his original plan could work. He could keep people from dying in Gotham by criminals. He can take care of criminals, but he would need to strike fear into them. He would have to some way make them fear them, and that's what he figured out. The bat scared him as a child, so he'll strike fear into the criminals of Gotham as a bat. And if they wanted to become costume villains, if they wanted to become costume supervillains, then he would become a costume superhero. And he realizes he must become the Batman. And that's New 52 Batman origin. I really like this origin. It's one of my favorite origin stories. I really liked it. Did you? Say it in the comments below. Comments. I always say comments instead of comments. I love this origin. So, yeah. Poor Thomas and Martha Wayne. But if they never died, then we wouldn't have the awesome superhero we all know and love today. But still, I feel bad for Bruce. First his parents died, but then Jason died. But then Jason died. But then eventually Jason came back to life, of course. And then Damian died. And Damian came back to life, of course. Yeah. That's the origin. New 52. This is actually episode 1 of Origin Story Time. Imagine if we get to like episode 100 of Origin Story Time. Oh. Batman was created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger in May 1st, 1939. 1939 to 2015. Yeah. Both things your way. Okay, so yeah. See you guys.